In this video, we will be talking about ways on how to be eco-friendly and what does it mean to be eco-friendly. Being eco-friendly means that we are trying to preserve the nature and also the environment by protecting our surroundings. It is important for us to do so that our future generations can live comfortably in this planet compared to them having to inhale toxic chemicals and also pollutants. We can do this by reducing, reusing, and also recycling trashes found in Indonesia. Knowing that in these recent months, Jakarta has struggled with extreme pollutions, it is important for us to keep the eco-friendly movement going. We can, for example, conserve our energy more so that we can reduce the greenhouse gases. The first example on how we can be more eco-friendly is by switching from plastic straws to metal straws like these. Metal straws like these can be used multiple times as it can be washed compared to the traditional plastic straws which can only be used once and get thrown away. Plastic straws, after all, is bad for the environment as it releases toxic chemicals out into our surroundings. If it's found in the ocean, it can also harm sea animals such as the turtles because it can get stuck up in their nostrils and made it hard for them to breathe. Moreover, according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, around 14 million of plastic debris is found in the ocean every year.
The example of being eco-friendly is using reusable tote bag. This is a better and eco-friendly alternative instead of using plastic bags to carry out our items. Plastics are non-biodegradable, which means it cannot be digested or decomposed by any microorganism. It is dangerous for the environment, and moreover, people often use plastics as a one-time use. Meanwhile, tote bags are washable, therefore reusable. Here are examples of tote bags that we can use. We can keep tote bags that we get after purchasing in a store, or you can purchase your own tote bags to carry out our items.
Thrifting offers an alternative to the fast fashion model by promoting the reuse and recycling clothing items like bags, shirts, shoes, sunglasses, and other stuff. So by shopping for these items, you can help reduce waste. It helps prevent them from ending up in landfills, and it significantly reduces the carbon footprint associated with manufacturing and shipping. So when you choose to shop for these items, you're not only saving resources but also help minimize the greenhouse gas emission linked to the production and transportation of new products. Fast fashion relies on cheap disposable clothing that is produced quickly and sold at a low price. It encourages consumers to buy and discard clothing at an alarming rate. So as a result, landfills overflowing with discarded clothing and textile waste piles up.
Our project talks about the concept of Go Green. The connection between this concept and Christianity is highlighted through biblical teachings. In the Bible, verses like Genesis 2:15 and Psalm 24:1-2 emphasizes on humanity's responsibility to take care of the environment as we are God's creations. The verses tell that the earth and everything in it belongs to the Lord, making it our duty to manage and take care of it. The project argues against the misconception that environmental care might divert attention from more pressing human problems. Instead, it contends that many human problems such as global warming and water scarcity are direct consequences of neglecting environmental sustainability. The importance of practicing a sustainable lifestyle is emphasized in Luke 12:15, which cautions against greed and emphasizes that life is not defined by material possessions, but instead overconsumption is deeply rooted with greed, as it teaches us that we should not take only what we need and restore what we have just taken. Christianity's teaching stresses the idea that God created the earth and entrusted humans with its care. The project concludes that by suggesting practical steps, such as using metal straws and tote bags to embody the Go Green culture in daily life, as it aligns with Christianity's principles of responsible stewardship of God's creations.
Caring for the environment is a natural part of the Buddhist path. From a Buddhist point of view, ecological awareness is an opening of the heart to the whole web of life and a warm appreciation of the natural beauty we see around us. Buddhists believe that the reality of interconnectedness of human beings, society, and nature will reveal itself more and more to us as we gradually recover or as we gradually cease to be possessed by anxiety, fear, and dispersion of mind. Among the three, human beings, society, and nature, It is us human beings who begin to affect change. But in order to affect change, we must recover ourselves. One must be whole. Since this requires the kind of environment favorable to one's healing, one must seek the kind of lifestyle that is free from the destruction of one's humanness. Efforts to change the environment and to change oneself are both necessary. Therefore, it is important for us to be eco-friendly according to Buddhism and protect our environment.
And next is Islam. The Islamic approach to the environment is that we as humans must take part of protecting and conserving the world environment. According to the teachings in Islam, the essential elements of nature like water, fire, earth, forest, and light is all belong to all living things and not only the human race. Islam has emphasized the importance of preserving the environment and protecting natural resources. For example, we should not litter even little things like a bottle cap or candy wrappers. As good Muslims, we must respect and His creations. Keeping the environment clean keeps the plants, animals, and us happy and healthy.
According to the Catholic belief, the earth and all life on it are part of God's creation. We are called to respect this gift. So we are responsible for taking care of the world we live in and for sharing all the wonders and resources the world gives us.
According to the Hinduism teachings, God does not create the world out of nothing. The world, God, and the soul are an inherent aspects of the same eternal being. Thus, there is a need to protect nature as one would any other creature. For the Hindu itself, it is possible to honor nature as their own greater life and expression. Protecting the environment is part of Dharma. For the Hindu, the universe is God's body, of which we humans, along with everything else in nature, are but a part. By adopting a plant-based diet, Hindus can reduce their impact on the environment and live more sustainably. In other aspects, many attempt to recycle and reduce their carbon footprint is one of the ways that Hindus do, and they may volunteer as part of their own personal dharma to ensure that they look after God's creation.